So you have this group of 16, highly motivated, hungry, indefatigably working hard guys and gals. It seems to me it's a big challenge to figure out who wins. So the question is, what metric do we use, or do you guys use, to sort of knock someone out? What one thing you look for that sort of says, mistake, and then the same thing on the other side? What one thing is?
Good question. Sometimes it's very, very hard because there'll be a task. It's all about tasks, and there'll be a task. And sometimes there'll not be a clear-cut person that you should fire. And you go through a boardroom and you see who reacts best under pressure. And there are some times when you just have to sort of take your chances. Most of the times, I have no real problem figuring out who it is who should be fired. The project manager's always got a disadvantage if you lose as a project manager. So right there you have something. You have a losing team. An executive will pick the winning team usually, an executive from Macy's or from a major company. We've had Procter & Gamble, we have Kodak, we have so many great companies. But an executive will pick the team that wins and the team that loses. The project manager's at a disadvantage, but sometimes it's not the project manager. On occasion, it will be very hard for me. Generally speaking, I'll be able to find out who is the primary culprit, who is the primary reason why a team lost. Okay?
Do you keep some people just because they're hateable? I mean,
well, I thought you were going to ask it slightly different. Do you keep some people for the sake of television? And I try not to. I try not to. Because I think if you do that, we lose credibility. I mean, there have been some characters. Gene Simmons is an example. Gene Simmons was an unbelievable, wacky guy. And he was great television. And if you remember, he refused to listen to, like, the head of Kodak. He refused to. Gene was telling this guy how to run his guy. He refused to listen, and it didn't matter. And I was saying this. We were begging Gene, on television, change your mind, Gene, because there was somebody else I could have fired. I won't do it, Donald. I said, Gene, you know, after about 4 times, I said, Gene, you're fired. Get the hell out of here. There are certain people that have been, many people over the course of years, that have been great, great television that I fired. Knowing it wasn't good for the show, but it was ultimately good because I think it gave us the credibility that's why so many people watch it.
Hence, we're about to make season 11.
There you go.